What's happening, guys? Check out this classic Bridgestone 350 GTR, oil injected, two-stroke, twin cylinder, dual exhaust. Just an absolutely stunning classic. This one is fresh out of the Howard Heist collection. Howard liked to collect things in threes, so there are 3 Bridgestones, all from the same era. He's got the 90, the 175, and this super ultra rare top of the line 350 GTR. It's just been completely gone through by the techs here at Kaplan Cycles in the New England Motorcycle Museum. I'll go over the work order in a minute, but we'll give you a quick glimpse of it, do a riding demo so you can hear it run, and then we'll go over everything that's been done to it. Howard only collected low mileage, original or restored to original classics. He liked the 2 strokes, as we all do. This one here is a beautiful example, showing only 3,670 original miles on the odometer. I mean, would you just look at it? The chrome tank, chrome exhaust. She's an absolutely beautiful piece. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. It's a beautiful spring day. Let's take her for a ride. The engine is stone cold. Oh, I gotta turn the key on first. Let me try that. Turn the key on, it'll start better. Every time I've started, it started first kick every time. It's tuned perfectly. Guys, after taking a rip on this thing, you can see why the Japanese manufacturers wanted Bridgestone out of business. They boycotted their tire sales, so they would shut down their motorcycle factory. This is every bit as good or better than an RD 350. Certainly better, faster than any of the 4-stroke 350s. It's on par with feels torque-wise on par with like a 500 or 650 4-stroke. It pulls like a freight train. Let me demonstrate. Transmission, brakes, everything on this bike is an absolute 10. Looks like it came out of the factory, brand new.
Check this thing out. Big 1400.
In the pudding. The Japanese manufacturers wanted Bridgestone out of business because their bike was every bit as good or better. They're like, why should we buy tires from our competitor? So Bridgestone made a choice. They went to the tire business. I think they made a bad choice because this is one kick-ass motorcycle, one of the crown jewels out of the Howard Heist collection. Top of the line Bridgestone 352 stroke.
Remember, guys, New England Motorcycle Museum, Kaplan Cycles, y'all know the deal. God bless America.
Guys, you'd be hard-pressed to find a nicer original Bridgestone 350 GTR than this one. And it is, my first street bike was an RD 350, and it feels very similar to that, if not maybe a little more athletic, and it seemed to perform as good or better. Let me go over the service order here because Jimmy actually worked on this quite a bit. got quite a few hours of labor, and I've got a work order totaling 33 hours labor plus parts. It came to $4,349. This was on display in the Howard Heist collection, but it wasn't run for a few years. I don't know how many years, so we went right through it. The first thing we did is put a new battery in it. Drained out the old fuel, took the gas tank off, flushed out the old fuel on it. Did the rust evap treatment of the inside of the fuel tank to clean it out super nice, and it was all flushed out. If you look inside, you can see the tank has an actual screen in there, which is kind of cool to keep any debris from going in there. And if you lift that up, you can see the inside of the tank has been cleaned out nicely, so there's no rust in there. So I haven't seen a filter like that on a bike before. It's kind of cool. The gas cap feels like a real quality steel piece. The rust was on the inside of the tank was all cleaned out with evapor rust. They installed a brand new petcock assembly. This is kind of like it feels like an industrial capacity. Like this feels, all the components on it feel really well made. The kicker, everything about the bike, it has a very substantial feel for it. So once the fuel system was all straightened out, the new petcock assembly, and we put 2 gallons of VP ethanol, non-ethanol VP small engine fuel in it, which is 94 octane. We put new fuel lines on it, dismantled the carburetors, completely dismantled them and rebuilt them, cleaned the carb slides and the choke plungers, flushed and lubed all the control cables, cleaned the jets on the carbs, got the carbs totally dialed in. Then they did a transmission oil service with a new drain plug washer. We drained the oil injector reservoir, serviced the internal screen, filled the tank with Bel-Ray 2-stroke oil, bled the oil injector pump, set the cable, verified operation, clean and adjust the ignition points, serviced the cam belt with points lube, set the ignition timing, installed 2 new NGK spark plugs, installed the new battery, installed 2 new battery terminal ends, and verified that the charging system was working properly. We installed the new oil injector pump banjo, installed the new Superbike grips on the motorcycle, and cleaned out and lubed the throttle tube. Synchronized the carburetors once we got it running again, synced the choke plungers, and serviced the clutch pack. We dismantled the clutch and cleaned the clutch packs thoroughly. So then a complete preventative maintenance tune-up was done, preventative maintenance service and tune-up was done on the bike by Jimmy. The parts that he used was the battery, the grips, the petcock assembly, the spark plugs, the fuel, the transmission oil. The OEM left switchgear assembly is brand new, along with a new clutch lever, new 2-stroke injector oil, the new transmission drain plug washer, the evap fuel tank treatment, brand new Mikuni pilot jets and main jets, new fuel line, new oil injector pump banjo boat, and the battery terminal is just to summarize. Then I went down to the detail shop, and Ryan completely did what we call the rotisserie detail. The bike was steam cleaned, hand washed, degreased, cleaned the tires, the seat, the grips, etc. Touched up some of the black paint on the frame where it was chipping, and the center stand was repainted, polished all the chrome on the bike, polished the fenders, the exhaust, the rims, the tank. All the aluminum on the bike was hand polished. As you can see, the engine cases external is nice and shiny. That was hand polished to the original proper patina on it, so it doesn't look over restored. The bars, the controls, the triple clamps, mirrors, etc. And then the paint was buffed and polished with 2 coats, a new coat, which is a polymer wax. It looks fantastic. I have never seen a Bridgestone 350 at all of the Daytona events I've gone to, all the AHRMA events. I've yet to see one this nice anywhere. So to say it's rare and highly collectible would be an understatement. It even has, as you would expect, zoom in on that front tire right there. See, let me turn it so it's not upside down. That's a Bridgestone front tire. See that? With the Bridgestone motorcycle. So pretty cool. 3¼ by 19 original period correct tire. I'm not sure if these are the original tires. I can't tell for sure, but they are in fact Bridgestones in their period correct style. They're not all. There's a little bit of dry checking on the side, but there's no dry rot on it. They could be originals. I don't know. The rear tire is, can you read the brand on that? Yep, that's a Bridgestone also. So period correct tires. That may in fact be the correct original rear tire. It is in fact the original saddle. The chrome on the front fender is intact. Actually, I think it's a stainless fender. I'm not positive. Is that stainless steel?
Yes, sir.
It's stainless steel. Has a couple of scratches on the front fender right here, a little bit of patina, but the original chrome on the rims looks good. Has the original fork boots, original Original headlight bucket, showing just 3,672 miles on the original Bridgestone. Zoom in one more time. They even made their own gauges. This is Bridgestone on there on the tack and speedo. The original tank is in beautiful condition. The original bars, I believe the cables are original. Like I said, this bike is as near as I can tell, mostly original. We did spend quite a bit of time, 33 hours on it, getting it dialed in and running beautifully, plus detailing it perfectly. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. This is the one of one 350, one of three Bridgestones we have. You have the 90, the 175, and the 350. This 350 coming up for sale. So if you have any questions, give us a call. This has been thoroughly gone through by the techs here at Kaplan Cycles. It just needs a new home. It was on museum display in a climate control facility for many years. That's how it was preserved.